Comrades, brothers and sisters, it's a pleasure to come to a funeral, a celebration of the life of Greg, when you can call people comrades. No doubt there's no place in the House of Lords for Greg, even if he wanted to go there. No place on any kind of Labour quango, and he won't be missed by those elements in the Labour Party. He'll be missed by trade unionists throughout the length and breadth of his union and throughout the length and breadth of his country for the work and tirelessly work he done. An unsung hero. Because people like Greg Tucker, in my opinion, I had the pleasure to work with for over 25 years, to actually be an executive committee member with him, to serve an annual general meeting. Done one thing, and one thing only, and that was to make life better for working men and working women. What more role can you have in life than doing that? And like others, I went down to see Greg just days before he died, and had a chat with Joan. It took us about 2 hours, me and Ricky Goodman, to walk round from Lambeth Station to his house, even though he only lived about 2 minutes away. But what I found funny, I say funny, because Greg laughed at it as well, was his famous red door on his council house. And I don't remember that when he sprung for the General Secretary position in our union, was that the Evening Standard, that paper that's free of democracy and lets people know exactly how things are in real life, run a campaign about Greg's red door. How can this man have a red door be a General Secretary of the Union? I said, Greg, don't worry about it, I've got a council house for a red door as well, so there's two of us. And his same red door was there in his same council house. And when we got into his house, as you know, Greg had problems speaking at the time, and me and Joan were sitting down chatting with the chairman of the branch at the time, Assistant Secretary Ricky, and even then he was still debating the rights and wrongs about the sick pay policy of South West Trains. Last meeting we had days before he died. But to really make it humble is that I received a card from him 2 days after from Greg Tucker saying thanks very much for the visit, and it's so nice that the trade union supports me. And I thought, how humble can you be with someone so seriously ill who take the time to write a letter back to us? You see, we salute Greg Tucker here today because he's going to be in our hearts, he's going to be in our minds, whether it be in that branch room, whether Sarah said on that picket line. I'll tell you something about him as well, and I've not heard one person ever disagree with this, and I've said this to a number of people. Whatever Greg's views were, I've never known that bloke to raise his voice or lose his temper or be impersonal with someone. He could be the totally opposite point of view as yourself, but he could say it in a friendly and a careful way. And that was what Greg Tucker reminded me. And I would say to people here today, this is a celebration for Greg. We send our deepest sympathy to Joan and all the rest of his family, and the lovely letter I received from his parents who wrote to me this week saying thanks for all of the work that the RMT had done. It's not what all the RMT work have done for Greg. This is our small opportunity this hour and the wake this afternoon to show a little thank you back to Greg for all the work he's done to us. A man, as I said before, committed to making life better for working men and working women. We salute Greg as we say Talal and we sing the Internationale, but meetings like this I think Greg would have wanted to do. It's for those people that have fallen off the track a bit from time to time about their principles on trade union or socialism, gives us an opportunity to reaffirm our faith in what we believe in, reaffirm our commitment on what we believe in, and we say on behalf of the National Union of Rail, Maritime and Transport Workers, and all the people that can't be here today, and all the socialists and the communists and the internationalists around the world, we salute you, Greg Tucker, a fighter for the working people. And you don't need to go into the House of Lords for that. You've just got to be known as Greg Tucker, a fighter for working men and working women. Thank you very much.